Mel is our first speaker of the night, and she is a tremendous human being who's been coming to Ignite for a long time. She was a speaker back in the 1800s, and she looks great, though. Her skin is tremendous. And I do getting to know you questions every time, and they get to choose which ones they're going to answer. Mel opted out of giving me a haiku that she wrote herself, but she did say that her weird extravagance is that she is a candle hoarder. She can't say no to buying candles. I know she's not the only one in this room. And one of the other questions that I asked everybody is what your guilty pleasure is at a restaurant, or what your guilty, I think that was it. And she said, I don't feel any guilt about food. That's patriarchal bullshit. So it was a learning opportunity for this girl. Please give a big round of applause for Mel. Stand.
All right. Can you hear me? Great. So, how are everyone's New Year's resolutions going? You're such liars. But last year, I set a goal for myself to read 25 books for the year, and I did it. I actually read 52 books. So I wanted to look back and think about what I did that made me so successful and share it with you all. These are all the actual books I read. Don't try to read the titles. We don't have time. But the first tip is to track what you're reading. Make yourself a star chart. So if you have a star chart when you were a kid, you got a sticker if you did a chore or had good behavior. Same with books. When you track your progress, you'll give yourself a psychological boost, and that'll motivate you to keep moving towards your goal. I use Goodreads.com as my star chart. I use that to track which books I read. Do you know who else I found on Goodreads.com? Our MC Kat Atwell, who is crushing her reading goal for 2020. So next step is to diversify your reading portfolio. So a lot of us think about reading as something that happens on like a Sunday afternoon when you have free time to sit in a hammock and nothing else to do. That's not true. If that was true, no one would ever read. You need to be ready to read at all times. So I do that by have a paperback in my backpack. I always have an ebook on my phone, and I always have audiobooks ready to listen to on my phone as well. Audiobooks are amazing. They totally count. Studies show that your comprehension from doing an audiobook is almost the same as reading it with your eyes. And they're a great way to sneak in some extra books while you're folding laundry or doing the dishes or pretending to work out while you wear a puffy jacket. Really just any time. I also always have an ebook on my phone. So the great thing about ebooks is that you can pull out your phone and read a few pages wherever you are. So if you normally pull out your phone and maybe scroll through Facebook or scroll through Instagram, you can get in a few pages instead. And I know that some of you out there are paper book purists. I'm not here to change your mind. That's totally fine. There's just like something about the smell of dead trees and glue. I get it. Maybe consider adding ebooks and audiobooks to those dirty paper that you carry around all the time. That's all I'm saying. All right, so where are you going to buy these awesome books that you're going to read? Hopefully from your local bookstore. This is the most beautiful bookstore in the world. It's in Argentina. This is my way of humble bragging that I went to Argentina last year. But buying books from your local bookstore, I get it. If you're going to read 50 books in a year, it can get expensive. So you can also buy them from Amazon. I don't buy books on Amazon because they already get way too much of my money because I live across the street from a Whole Foods. But they do also sell used books, so you can get them for like $6 to $8 a piece. That's a great option. It's not as good of an option as my favorite price, free $99, which is the cost to get a book from your public library, which you'll hear more about tonight. You can check out paper books if you would like. You have to drive to the branch, pick them up, and take them home. But you can also check out ebooks for free from the comfort of your couch on your phone. You can also check out audiobooks on your phone for free from the library. You can also check out magazines from the library for free for your iPad. But this talk is not about magazines, so back to books. What are you going to read? Anything you damn well feel like it. If you haven't been working out, say, in a while, you're not going to jump back in with a marathon. If you haven't read books in a while, it's fine. Maybe don't start with War and Peace. Just find something that you like. Last year, I really liked books about women's anger. No reason. Pick up something that you like. 30 minutes of reading a trashy romance novel is better for your brain than 30 minutes of scrolling through Instagram. Seriously. Studies suggest that scrolling through social media increases the stress and anxiety in your body, and reading actually has the exact opposite effect. So find something that you like, whether it's Tolstoy or Twilight or Dan Brown. If you're reading the French fries of books, no one needs to know but you, especially if you're reading on a Kindle or an audiobook. Literally, no one knows. And there are tons of benefits to reading. Studies suggest that reading improves your memory, almost forgot that one, your vocabulary, seriously, your writing skills, your analytical skills, and there's evidence that suggests reading increases our capacity for empathy. So some of us need to read more, that's all I'm saying. My last practical tip for reading more is if you start a book and you don't like it, just put it down and walk away. Otherwise, you end up in reading purgatory. I didn't read once for 6 months because Steve Jobs' biography was just staring at me from my nightstand after I only got a few chapters through. Okay, if you were looking at your phone for the last 5 minutes, rude, but here's the Cliff's Notes version. Read only books you actually like. Try different sources in different formats. Try ebooks, try audiobooks, try the library, and then get yourself a star chart. Come be my friend on Goodreads. Thank you, and good night.
I don't know where she's been. Just kidding. By the way, if you do, seeing my face in somebody else's presentation was super weird during the first run-through, by the way. If you want to see what kind of smut that I read, feel free to add me as a friend. I like historical romance a lot. No discredit to historical romance writers. God bless you. You've gotten me through some very hard times.